Right, on entertainment tonight, we have a few stories coming through. We have Jackie Appiah asking for Ghanaians to pay attention to the aged. That's one of the stories. And Stonebwoy is on the BBC. Miss G is going to be telling us all about that. Hello, Miss G.
Hello, Israel. So, quick clarification, or is it an update from yesterday's story, which is about Fuse ODG and Qbeats. You know that yesterday I was telling you that we hear that Qbeats was sacked from the home of Fuse ODG. Now, there's a statement... $1 million mansion. And there's a statement by management of Qbeats who say that, no, that's not true. Qbeats left on his own accord. There wasn't, you know, the blood story. The statement is out there. So maybe you want to read a portion of it.
So let's read the statement. So our attention has been drawn to some stories circulating in the media circles alleging that our brother and team member Joseph Addison, known by his showbiz name Qbeats, has been sacked or thrown out from the ODG mansion located at East Legon by Richard Nana Ablona, popularly known as Fuse ODG. First of all, we'd like to state categorically that Qbeats was not thrown out but left the mansion at his own will due to some business discrepancies. So secondly, on the issue of ill rituals and the alleged pot of blood speculations, we'd like to emphatically state that Qbeats is an astute Christian who started his early days as an instrumentalist for his church, and as such would not indulge in or condone any form of ungodly rituals whatsoever. Currently, Qbeats and Fuse ODG still have some business together, and he will continue to honor his part as a professional. We would also like to let the fans know that Qbeats continues to focus on his career, and he will continue to serve his fans with good music and vibes. Thank you, communications team, Brand Qbeats.
Okay, so that's the statement that's out there, but I don't know what happened to the RAM and all that we had earlier.
The stories that came out earlier.
Anyway, so that's the clarification or the update on that. So let's move away from that and talk about Stonebwoy on the BBC. Now, I told you that he's promoting his EOM album, Episodes of Mama. That's the album he's dedicating to his mom. 24-track album, one for Afrobeats lovers and the other for reggae lovers. Now, he was on the BBC to talk about this album because he's in London. And then also, he touched on the slave trade in Libya and some more.
It shouldn't be happening in these times. So it's rather unfortunate. It shouldn't be happening in this time. But what I also know is that if there be like a ship today in these times, like, oh, we're sending this ship to Africa, whoever wants to get on board, come, we're going abroad. I believe that you find there will be stampede. And it's sincerely because of what we perceive the West to be.
Now, this is a very controversial one. You say that you're not keen on the influx of foreign musicians on Ghanaian radio. What are your views on that? Why are you against them?
Because what good would you be doing yourself whereas you play like 10 of Nigeria and 90 of other people? It doesn't work well. So I believe that we all should emulate what Nigeria is doing, supporting their own and pushing their own.
Yeah, I'm sure Shatta Wale would want to take some solace from that.
You know, somebody asked in the newsroom that has Shatta Wale been on the BBC yet?
Yeah, he has.
And then what about the CNN?
No, not CNN.
Okay.
But BBC.
So at least we know that he's been somewhere. All right, so let's talk about Jackie Appiah, who turned 33 yesterday, and she was at Odumasi Krobo. She's been calling on Ghanaians, you know, to pay some more attention to the aged. So Nuala Karinyali was with her and came through with this report.
Unlike previous years, when she extended support to orphans as part of her birthday celebration, actress Jackie Appiah this year turned her attention to some aged women at Krobo Dumase in the eastern region of Ghana. The actress, noted for her roles in movies like Princess Tyra, The Perfect Picture, and The King is Mine, was greeted with a colorful ceremony by the people of Odumase. In attendance were Queen Mothers, MCE for the Lower Manya Krobo Municipality, Honorable Simon Kwekutete, and aged women in and around the community. The actress donated several items including physical cash, foodstuffs, assorted drinks, mattresses and fabrics. She impressed on Ghanaians the need to embrace the aged rather than stigmatizing them.
I am here today to celebrate this day with mothers who sew their clothes and sometimes starve their stomachs to cover us and feed us. I am hereby, by this act, to echo the need to pay attention to the aged, especially aging women within our population. Sometimes we are so busy growing up, forgetting the appalling experiences of loneliness, neglect, aging disorders, and the most of all, wrongful witchcraft allegations that our mothers are confronted with. I would also, on this note, encourage all Ghanaians, especially women, to continue in this benevolent path I tread. And Ghana would be a good place to live when we all get to our aging moments.
She added individuals and celebrities like herself owe it a responsibility in giving back to the society.
Yes, of course. Not only celebrities alone, but normal citizens as well. God has blessed us, and the little we do and we get from what we do, I believe it's good to share. So that's why I make it a point to do that, to pay my own quota to the needy.
There have been countless calls to end stigmatization against the aged, but yet to make the desired impact. So just maybe, this push from a star could make a difference. For Joy News, Noella Karen Yale.
All right, so that's Noella bringing us that report from Udumasi. All right, so you know that prior to Becca getting signed on to Xylophone, she was being managed, or she was managed by Kiki Banton,
yeah.
And she was the headline artist for Girl Talk until Efya came in. Now, Becca had her 10th concert, or a 10-year in the industry concert, and the title Becca at 10. On that platform, we saw Becca's mom appreciate Kiki Banton, who we were before now told that was not on good terms with Becca. So we thought to find out from Kiki how he felt about that gesture. And also, we know that this is the last season for Efya with a Girl Talk concert. Who is coming after Efya? What are we supposed to expect come December, the set date? So here's Kiki Banton.
Well, it will definitely be better. She's been rehearsing, Efya's been rehearsing since last week, and from what I have seen, I myself have been blown away, so it's definitely going to be an improvement of last year. I didn't think we could get something that far away from last year, but it will be a plus, I know, from what I have seen so far.
Now, everybody's curious. 3 years, so soon. Who are we having next?
We'll know when it gets there.
Because we're looking through the women we know, and we're like, hey, who? Any clues?
Hopefully we'll find somebody. But we'll know. When 2018, right? Around the 18, we will know. But for sure, Efya is going to bow out in grand style. That I can assure you. It's going to be amazing. Amazing. Totally amazing.
Someone said that we might have Becca come back.
I don't know.
But
anything is possible.
But how did you feel during her 10th year concert when her mom walked on stage to appreciate your efforts?
Also, I don't know if Kiki Banton is here. Mr. Kiki Banton, oh my goodness. You have done really well all these years. God bless you.
How did you feel?
I was not there, but I saw videos of it, and I was humbled by it, and I appreciate what she said, yes.
Recently, when we caught up with Becca, we asked her about the Girl Talk, and she said she knows who is coming on board. She could tell us. So then we realized that, okay, there's a very mutual relationship now between the two, unlike what we used to hear.
Yes. I mean, there's no animosity between us. We have a very healthy relationship, very, very healthy. So yes, it's possible she knows. I don't know. Yeah.
I thought you told her.
I don't know.
You're not telling her something.
Well, maybe you're not.
We're told that they used to date. Is that true?
Well, that's the speculation, and that's all we've always heard, but there are no evidence. Let's just leave it at that.
No, but if you ask him, he should be able to confirm.
No, there's no animosity between them. They have a very mutual relationship. But quickly, there's a man who everybody thought would be his father. Some people think that he's become his father. That's Femi Kuti, Fela Kuti. Now, when Fela Kuti died or passed on, we thought that Femi would be another Fela Kuti. But after years of thinking that, yes, he filled that shoes, or those shoes, Femi says he knew he couldn't be a Fela.
So playing in his band, he was such a huge, he was like, he took over everywhere. I knew I could never be him. And I think being his son, the love I had and appreciated him, and people always looked at it like a challenge. I didn't see it that way. I just saw a man I loved, I adore, and respected so much. So I didn't see the competition, but everywhere was, oh, won't you be like your father? You cannot be like your father. And I knew it wasn't my aim. So, and I wanted my own, I wanted to find myself in this chaos, so to say, surrounding me. So it was I used that same mathematics. I can never be Fela Kuti, but I can be Femi Kuti. So I decided one day, I just said, I'm not going to turn up for rehearsals anymore. He was very angry. Everybody was so scared. So what are you going to do? I said, I don't know, but I'm not going back. I'm going to start this journey. And I knew immediately that this journey would be tough, but I didn't. If it meant going through a brick wall, I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew I just had to start there before it was too late. So I just closed my eyes, closed my mind, and it was for like a decade. Nobody wanted to even listen to my music yet. So I said to make a name in France, Switzerland, Germany, and then I broke into America. Before Wonder became a hit in Nigeria, and people wanted to listen to my music. So it took like nearly 8 years to 10 years before people gave me a chance.
Till you tend to wonder, till you tend to wonder. It's a song I love.
But Fela left behind some really huge shoes.
Definitely so. But I still think that Femi has done really well.
He's done really well. But I mean, Fela is Fela.
Anyway, that'll be it for Entertainment Israel.
All right, thank you very much.